afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips.
And I'm Terry Moran. And our top story this hour, it's an extraordinary step. It hasn't been attempted since Ulysses Grant was president way back in 1876. House Republicans are moving forward with impeachment proceedings against Homeland Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Impeachment is a political tool that will fail to solve any issues that requires a policy-based solution. This is nothing more than a political stunt on an issue that requires a serious policy solution.
This is what's going to happen. The House of Representatives is going to impeach Secretary Mayorkas, and there is absolutely nothing anyone can do to stop it.
Well, we're talking about a 20-page resolution from the Republican-led Homeland Security Committee, and it accuses Mayorkas of high crimes and misdemeanors, including willfully disregarding immigration law. Well, at the end of this process, the committee will vote on whether to send the two articles to the full House for a vote. Needless to say, it's going to be a stretch. Our Jay O'Brien is on Capitol Hill and joins us now. So Republicans vowing to push this vote through the committee to the full House. But come on, reality check. There's no evidence here of high crimes and misdemeanors, so the chances of Mayorkas getting forced out of the job are pretty much slim to none.
Well, it's interesting because you heard Representative Tony Gonzalez, who's from Texas, somewhat enumerate the Republican position right there, saying that Secretary Mayorkas is going to be impeached. Now, the first step in that process is that these impeachment articles have to be released by this committee. That's going to be done by the end of today. In all likelihood, then that would go to the full vote of the House of Representatives. Speaker Johnson has said he wants to hold that vote, quote unquote, as soon as possible. It would be on track to pass. We've got our eye on some moderate Republicans to see exactly how they would vote. But right now, it looks like he would be impeached. It would pass. Only the second cabinet secretary, if that happens, as you said, Terry, in American history, to be impeached. It would then go on to the Senate, where the Senate would have to hold a trial. But because, A, you need a two-thirds majority to convict and remove anyone who's been impeached in that Senate trial, and B, because the Senate is controlled by Democrats, the reality here is, while Secretary Mayorkas may be impeached, it's very unlikely that he's going to lose his job. Guys.
Yeah, the precedent now becomes a weapon for both sides. Republicans are supposed to be constitutional conservatives, but the framers of the Constitution considered whether they should be able to impeach cabinet secretaries for doing a bad job, and they rejected that. Now that door's been open. But since we've got you, Jay, Democratic Representative Cori Bush is speaking out now, I guess, after the Department of Justice launched an investigation into allegations that the Missouri Democrat misused federal funds for personal security matters. What can you tell us?
Well, it's interesting because this all started to percolate yesterday when there was this feed of the House floor where there was an announcement on the House floor, an empty House floor, just normal business of the House, where the House had received a subpoena from a federal grand jury. And so reporters started asking, who was the subpoena about? What investigation did this pertain to? And then, of course, it came out recently, sources telling ABC News, that this is an investigation into Representative Cori Bush, into her allegedly potentially misusing campaign and other monies for personal security expenditures, or at least things that were marked as personal security expenditures. Representative Bush denies any wrongdoing. She just spoke to reporters on the House steps moments ago. Here's a little bit of what she said.
As a rank and file member of Congress, I am not entitled to personal protection by the House, and instead have used campaign funds as permissible to retain security services. I have not used any federal tax dollars for personal security services. Any reporting that I have used funds for personal security is simply false.
So this investigation is underway, guys. That's what sources are telling us. But the thing here, as you just heard Representative Bush say, is that she denies any wrongdoing. Democratic leadership, who've been asked about this over the course of the day, said they have no comment and that this is a matter for the Justice Department, guys.
All right, well, that sounds ominous in some ways, and we'll see how that goes. Jay O'Brien on Capitol Hill, thanks very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.